Today's lesson will focus on multiples and factors from the broad general education. Going through our multiplication tables, we gain what are known as the multiples for each table. For example, ignoring 0, the first multiple of the number 4 is just 4. The second would be 8, third, 12, and so on. Example 1. List the first 5 multiples of part A, the number 3, and part B, the number 7.
Okay, so in example 1 we're looking for simply the first 5 multiples of the number 3. So, we've got the number 3 here, and we're just going to go through our multiplication tables. So, 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, then by 2 is 6, by 3 is 9, by 4 is 12, and by 5 is 15. And that's you got your first 5 multiples. Question B, we're looking for the first 5 multiples of a number 7. So same thing, 7 ones, 7, 7 multiplied by 2, 14, 7 multiplied by 3, 21, 7 multiplied by 4, 28, and finally 7 multiplied by 5 is 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's you.
The lowest common multiple is the lowest multiple which is common between 2 or more multiplication tables. We abbreviate lowest common multiple to LCM. Example 2. Find the LCM of part A, 5 and 7, part B, 4 and 8.
Okay, in example 2 we're looking for the LCM. Now remember that simply just stands for the lowest common multiple of 5 and 7. So we're going to go through the multiplication table of 5, the multiplication table of 7, and then we're going to see where we find a match. So what I would suggest doing is put down the first few multiples of the number 5. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so that's just 4. So let's do the first 4 of the number 7. So we have 7, 14, 21, 28. So we can see at the moment we don't have a match. So let's just keep going a little bit further. So that's going to be 25, 30, 35, and 40. So let's just continue with our 7 multiplication table. So we had 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, and then if you look there, we've got the number 35 here and the number 35 there. So 3 dots in the shape of a triangle just mean therefore LCM is 35. Okay, in part B we're looking for the LCM for the number 4 and the number 8. So same thing again, let's just put out the first 4 multiples. So we have 4, 8, 12, and 16. Then for the number 8, we start with 8, 16. Now right away, you should see that we've got 2 common multiples at the moment. Remember, we're looking for the LCM, the lowest common multiple. So therefore, LCM LCM is 8.
Example 3. What is the LCM of 2, 3 and 5?
Okay, in this example we're looking for the LCM of 3 different numbers, the number 2, 3 and 5. So as with previous, let's just write out the first 5. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. In the number 3 we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. In the number 5 we have 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. Now checking here, you'll see we have a common multiple of 6 between the numbers 2 and 3. We have a common multiple of 15 between the numbers 3 and 5. We also have a common multiple of 10 between the 2 and the 5, but remember we're looking for the LCM of both 2, 3 and 5. So we're going to have to continue on. So up here we go to 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. If we continue on here, we've got 18, 21, 24, 27 and 30. If we continue on with the 5, we've got 30, 35, 40. Now I'm going to stop there because we've got the number 30, which is common between the bigger 2. Now we should know that 2 can go into the number 30. So here, if you were to continue on, you've got 22, 24, 26, 28 and finally 30. So I'll underline that. So therefore, LCM is 30.
A factor is a number which divides exactly into another number. With every number, the number 1 and the number itself will always be factors. Example 1. List all the factors of A, the number 16, and B, the number 40.
In this example, we're looking for factors of part A, the number 16. So to do this, the best way to approach it is to talk about pairs, so numbers that multiply together to give you the 16. Now we always start with the number 1 and the number itself, i.e. 16, as they will always be definitely 2 factors. Next, we try the next number up from number 1, so that we know, and that will be 2 multiplied by 8. Then we could try 3, but we know 3 doesn't go into 16, so then we go to the next number that divides exactly in, which is 4 multiplied by 4. Therefore, we write them in a list. We have 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. Now part B, the number 40. So again, we're starting with 1 and the number itself, which is 40. Then the next number we're going to try is 2, which we know multiplies by 20. We could try 3, we know that doesn't divide exactly in, so now we go to 4. We can multiply that by 10. Next number up from 4 is 5, we know that divides in exactly, so 5 multiplied by 8. And then if you look, between 5 and the number 8, we have 6 and 7, neither of which divide exactly in. So therefore, we write them in the list. We have 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, and 40.
The highest common factor is the highest factor which is common between two or more numbers. We abbreviate highest common factor to HCF. Example 2. Find the highest common factor of 15 and 20.
In this example, we're looking for the highest common factor, sometimes known as HCF, of 15 and 20. So let's start with our factor pairs. For 15, we have got 1 multiplied by 15. Then the next number that we know is going to divide exactly into would be the number 3, and that will multiply by 5. If we take the number 20, we know that we're going to start always with the number 1 and the number itself, so 1 multiplied by 20. Then we know that 2 multiplies by 10, and we also know that 4 multiplies by 5. So if we write our factors out, we have 1, 3, 5 and 15, and then over here we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. So therefore we're looking for the highest common factor. We can see it there. So HCF is 15.